Kobe Tai, born Carla Carter, is one of the most iconic figures in the history of erotic entertainment. Known for her performances during the 1990s, she rose to prominence during the so-called Golden Age of porn, and is frequently cited as one of the first Asian American actresses to achieve mainstream recognition in the film industry. Beyond her work in films, Tai also dabbled in mainstream media, pushing the boundaries of how erotic performers could interact with popular culture. Tai's career unfolded at a time when the industry was undergoing significant transformation, technologically, socially, and culturally. The 1990s witnessed the proliferation of home video technology and, eventually, the internet, both of which radically changed accessibility and its societal footprint. At the same time, mainstream attitudes toward were gradually shifting. Public discussions about work, feminism, and representation began to surface in earnest. Kobe Tai emerged as a symbol of these intersecting trends. As an Asian American woman in a predominantly white and male-dominated industry, her career offers a compelling case study into the complex dynamics of race, gender, and power within entertainment. This video argues that Kobe Tai's legacy extends far beyond her filmography. She played a pioneering role in challenging racial and gender norms within the industry, contributed to broader discussions on sexuality and representation, and helped bridge the divide between entertainment and mainstream media at a critical historical juncture. This documentary will explore Tai's early life and entry into the film industry, her influence and popularity during the 1990s, and her crossover into mainstream media. It will also critically analyze her impact on perceptions of Asian American identity and sexuality, and the cultural implications of her career. The will conclude with an assessment of her legacy within both the entertainment world and broader popular culture. Kobe Tai's rise in the film industry was neither accidental nor without broader implications. Born Carla Carter on January 15, 1972, she was adopted and raised in Arkansas, where she experienced what she described in interviews as a relatively sheltered upbringing. Little is publicly known about her early years, but what is clear is that she chose the name, Kobe Tai, as a pseudonym when entering the industry, a decision reflective of broader practices wherein performers often adopt alter egos. The choice of an Asian-sounding name, despite her mixed race or unclear ethnic background, underscores one of the most critical tensions in her career: the commodification and fetishization of Asian identity in. Her entry into the entertainment industry occurred in the mid-1990s, facilitated by the burgeoning popularity of Vivid Entertainment, a company that's revolutionizing the way content was produced and distributed. Vivid's focus on building contract girls, performers under exclusive contracts who were marketed similarly to Hollywood stars, offered Tai a platform to become a prominent figure. She quickly gained recognition not only for her performances but also for her striking looks, charisma, and willingness to take on a wide variety of roles. In a short time, she became one of Vivid's biggest stars, often cast in films that accentuated her perceived exoticism, a term frequently and problematically associated with Asian performers in the West. Despite the controversial nature of her chosen profession, Tai's entry into film was, in many ways, an act of agency. She exercised control over her brand, negotiated contracts, and chose roles that allowed her to navigate the complex terrain of sexuality, race, and performance. In interviews, she has reflected on her experiences with a blend of candor and pride, suggesting that, for her, film was a form of expression as well as a career. By the late 1990s, Kobe Tai had reached the pinnacle of film stardom. She was frequently voted as one of the top actresses in industry rankings, including AVN, and appeared in a number of high-profile films that were distributed nationally and internationally. She was also a staple at conventions, featured in countless magazines, and became a household name for many entertainment consumers. But what truly set Tai apart was her ability to transcend the genre. In 1997, she appeared in the mainstream Hollywood film The People vs. Larry Flynt, directed by Milos Forman. Although her role was brief, it was symbolically significant, an actress appearing in a film about the First Amendment, censorship, and intersection with civil liberties. This crossover marked one of the early instances of a performer entering mainstream consciousness, something that would become increasingly common in the decades to follow with figures like Jenna Jameson and Sasha Grey. Tai also had a brief musical stint, providing backing vocals on Marilyn Manson's album Mechanical Animals. While not a major component of her career, The collaboration further demonstrated her ability to operate across cultural domains, breaking out of the silos typically reserved for performers. In a time when entertainers were rarely taken seriously in public discourse, Ty's multifaceted visibility challenged stereotypes and prompted conversations about legitimacy, artistry, and the boundaries of performance. However, her mainstream appearances also exposed the persistent exoticization and stereotyping of Asian women in American media. In both and non-contexts, Ty was often portrayed through the lens of the submissive Asian, or dragon lady, tropes, roles that reflect broader Orientalist fantasies rather than the realities of Asian American womanhood. While Ty may have benefited professionally from these portrayals, they also confined her to narrow representations that mirrored systemic racialized sexism. Nevertheless, her visibility contributed to a broader critique of these stereotypes, forcing audiences to confront their own biases, even if unconsciously. While many laud Kobe Ty's contributions to entertainment and her cultural impact, others offer critical perspectives that cannot be overlooked. Some feminist scholars argue that her career, like that of many actresses, reinforces rather than subverts patriarchal structures. They point out that while Ty may have exercised agency, she did so within an industry that profits from the objectification and commodification of women's bodies, particularly those of women of color. Furthermore, the industry's repeated casting of her in racially charged roles, e.g., as a geisha, Asian schoolgirl, or Oriental temptress, is cited as evidence of the system's exploitation of ethnic stereotypes for male gratification. These critiques are valid and point to larger structural issues within and popular culture more broadly. However, it is also essential to consider the counterarguments. Ty herself has spoken in favor of the industry as a space where she felt empowered, not victimized. She has emphasized her ability to control her image, make business decisions, and live on her own terms. Many contemporary sex-positive feminists argue that such personal agency should not be dismissed, and that the dichotomy between victimhood and empowerment oversimplifies the lived experiences of workers. Moreover, Ty's very presence in the industry and in mainstream media initiated dialogues about race, sexuality, and representation that had long been suppressed. She was among the few visible Asian American figures in American entertainment during the 1990s, even if her visibility came through non-traditional channels. In this way, her career parallels those of other boundary-pushing artists who challenged societal taboos and helped pave the way for more inclusive conversations about identity, power, and desire. Kobe Ty's career is emblematic of numerous cultural, racial, and gender dynamics within both entertainment and broader media landscapes. From her entry into the industry under Vivid Entertainment to her rise as one of the top actresses of the 1990s, she carved out a space for herself at the intersection of fame, controversy, and transformation. Her crossover into mainstream media, though limited, marked a significant step toward the normalization and visibility of performers in popular culture. Furthermore, Ty's career foregrounds critical questions about representation, particularly of Asian American women, and the politics of sexuality. She both benefited from and was constrained by the racialized expectations placed upon her. Yet, she also used her platform to defy the boundaries imposed on her, demonstrating complexity, agency, and resilience. Ultimately, Kobe Ty's impact cannot be measured solely by her filmography or celebrity status. Her legacy lies in her ability to challenge the norms of her time, whether by disrupting the racial stereotypes endemic to the industry, engaging with mainstream media, or asserting agency in a realm frequently criticized for its exploitative tendencies. In this light, she stands not merely as an icon, but as a culturally significant figure who helped reshape how society views performers, Asian American identity, and the politics of desire. In today's evolving landscape, where work is increasingly recognized as legitimate labor and discussions about intersectionality are more prevalent, Kobe Ty's career warrants serious reconsideration. Her story is not just one of fame and controversy, but of transformation, resistance, and visibility. As society continues to grapple with issues of representation, agency, and the ethics of entertainment, Ty's life and legacy remain as relevant as ever, a testament to the enduring complexities of identity, performance, and cultural power. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to our channel. By subscribing, you'll be notified when we upload new videos. Thank you again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video.